Evenly distributed across the 134 prisons across Kenya, 42% of the population comprises of pre-trial detainees. 5.1% of the population are women convicts, 0.6% being juvenile and minors, and another 0.6% being foreigners. Convicted by courts and tribunals, prisoners find themselves in prisons and rehabilitation centers for several reasons.
The issues which bring inmates into prison are issues to do with their livelihood, because these things lead them to do some businesses which are termed as illegal.
The highest number of convicts being petty offenders who engaged in illegal activities such as brewing illicit brews and robbery.
For instance, we'll talk about issues to do with brewing the local brews which are illegal for their own use and for the family, for them to keep their children and their families in order.
Prisons do their best to rehabilitate and impact prisoners' lives positively. They have partnered with various organizations to help instill, train, and teach inmates new skills that help them while in prison and when they get out.
Rehabilitating them very well means giving them some skills which will help them to change their livelihood upon being released.
Kenyan prisons were infamous for inhumane and unsanitary environment. The prisons lacked access to safe and clean water, detergents, and storage facilities.
Been having issues and challenges to do with water. For that matter, we have been relying on the water from Kakamega County, the Kawasco, and having a borehole, which is also substituting when we don't have the water from the Kakamega County.
These had the inmates and staff prone to diseases and infections.
That water is always not that clean for consumption. We always have a challenge of diseases which are associated with water, issues to do with typhoid, not only to the inmates but also to the staff. So we end up having these diseases and treatment to some extent is costly.
Mashini yametusaidia sana kutengeneza vile kuna kutuzuia magonjwa, hasa magonjwa ya kuendesha, magonjwa ya kuumwa na tumbo kutumia maji chafu.
WaterStep, a well-renowned international organization, took the initiative to be part of the fight to bring better sanitation and safe water to prisons.
We thought it's something that will not be able to pursue and succeed because of the bureaucracy that is found in prisons. But luckily, the prisons accepted our work. They were able to allow us to access the facilities, and we started to train them in meat production. Most of the prisons have limitation in terms of resources, so you'll find that some indeed they don't have water, some have water, but that water is not safe for drinking.
Kwa hii prison tunashukuru sana watu wa WaterStep ambao wametuletea machine, ambapo tukiona sana walituambia kwamba machine ina cost 50,000 na sisi kwa wenyewe hatungeweza kupata hiyo pesa, lakini sasa walitusaidia wakatuletea machine ambayo inatusaidia kwa hii jela. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru sana kwa kutusaidia.
Started working, there were these complaints, there were these issues of different diseases that are associated with water. But now as we speak, through WaterStep, we almost reporting 0% of diseases that are waterborne. We've also provided water tanks so that they can have some storage for water, and they can be able to get now, be able to store a little bit more water in prison.
Lakini wakati wa WaterStep ilituletea, imetusaidia sana upande wa kufua manguo, kunawa mikono, kuweka kwa maji, kuondoa hiyo magonjwa ya kuweza kuhara.
And appreciate so much whatever WaterStep has done, even the donation of the tank which we are using to harvest the natural water from the rains, from the buildings around. The water we are using it in the kitchen because it's somehow we term it somehow clean water because we harvest it from the rains and it is stored in that tank.
WaterStep has donated equipment used in making bleach, purifying water and storing water.
WaterStep has also introduced to us a bleach making machine, which is very, very helpful.
This has gone a long mile and improved the sanitation in prisons.
Tunatumia hii chlorine kwa kuosha ofisi, tunatumia kwa kuosha vitambaa za ofisi, tunaitumia pia kwa kuosha jikoni na pia hapa mahali penye tuko hapa kwa mesa huwa inatumika.
Tunatumia bleach kuweka kwa maji ili maji yasichafuke na yanatupeleka vizuri. Pia tunatumia kuosha nguo zetu zinang'ara vizuri kupitia hiyo bleach.
In addition to donating the equipment, WaterStep has been able to train, teach and instill skills to the inmates that would be of great benefit to them not only in prison but when they are released from prison.
Train them on how to purify water through different equipment. The M100, which is able to purify more than 10,000 liters of water within 30 minutes or so. And again, we also have another equipment that has been very useful in terms of bleach production, an equipment that we call bleach maker.
Rehabilitation being key to us. When the inmates get to know these skills, they can use them. We started by saying that livelihood is the main issue which is bringing so many inmates in this place. That means if they gain some skills which they can use at home, back at home after release, it means it will be another advantage unto them. We have several inmates who have been trained on how to use the bleach making machine and it has been so helpful to them.
Tumejifunza kutengeneza bleach aina ya chlorine. Na hii bleach inatumika kwa kuosha vyombo, kuosha nyumba na pia kuweka kwa maji.
Tukienda nyumbani, tutatumia hayo mashine kutusaidia kimaisha hata kutafuta hela za watoto shuleni na kujimudu kimaisha.
The initiative has been able to impact the inmates, prison staff and ex-inmates.
Nashukuru sana kuweza kutuletea hii mafunzo, kutufundisha sisi kutengeneza, na katika mimi wenzangu tunatengeneza. Inasaidia sana hata tunatengenezea kina madam, tunaenda kujisaidia pia nyumbani na watoto.
Nikiwa mmoja wao ambao nilifunzwa na hata mimi mwenyewe naweza kutengeneza vizuri kuanzia step 1 mpaka step ya mwisho.
With more support, the inmates will be able to make products from the skills they have garnered and make honest living in the society without having to engage in any illegal activities.
Kama wangeweza kunisaidia mimi na hizi vifaa, nikaenda kutumikia kule nyumbani ili nisirudi kwa kosa ambalo nililotenda.
From the follow-up we do through the reintegration, we know it has been helpful to them. They've been making some money through making the bleach and selling it to the community, supplying the bleaches in hospitals, in hotels, but the machine has been helping them to make some cash which they can use to help their kids to make their livelihood better.
Mimi mwenyewe naona ni kama nikipata hii machine nikiwa kule nje sasa, despite nikiwa hapa ndani, nikiwa kule nje itanisaidia, maana hii kibuyu moja nikitengeneza itanisaidia, nitakuwa nikiziuza kwa hospitali, kwa mashule na kwa mahoteli. Itakuwa kinisaidia, hata inaweza nisaidia so that nisirudi jela tena.
Released inmates will also impact other members of the society and touch the lives of hundreds and thousands of families and communities.
The skills not only impacted on the inmates only, we also have staffs who have learned these skills and they would wish to have this bleach making machine so that they can give the skills to the other community, the people they are living with.
Hata nikitoka nje naweza enda kusaidia hata kufunza na wenzangu pia, ambapo tusikae tu idle alafu tena tukapatikana kwa vitanga kama hivi.
The inmates have been trained on how to produce bleach by themselves. So this also helps them to gain a new skill so that when they come out of the prison, they can be able even to transfer these skills to their families and children. Not only just gaining skills, but some have been privileged to get a bleach maker as an income generating activity. And therefore, when they come out of this prison, they're able now to produce the bleach and sell to churches, schools, and the community around them.
The inmates, in charge officers, and WaterStep Kenya Ambassador Humphrey Muchuma are grateful for the support so far and are positive that with more support and help, WaterStep will be able to touch more lives.
WaterStep has been a great support to the prison in terms of bringing safe water to safe lives. And again, this has not happened because of any other person. It has happened because we've had many people, friends of WaterStep, coming in, helping these communities, and we have seen communities enjoying their lives. And therefore, my appeal to WaterStep and the friends of WaterStep. Currently in Kenya, we still have so many prisons and prisoners that are suffering because of unsafe water. I would really, really, really request that you continue supporting us.
So far, we can say thank you, and we are waiting to cooperate and interact more with the WaterStep. We are waiting for more help, for more assistance, for more donations, and they're much welcomed, not only in Kakamega Women Prison, in prisons as a whole.
So far, WaterStep has been able to engage and be part of change in over 30 prisons.
Therefore, they gave us room and allowed us, and even referred us to other prisons. And then from there, we were able to access several prisons. We have been able to work in more than 50 prisons within Kenya. And we have seen a very huge transformation.